Now I'm out in the greenhouse again. It's not raining, it's a bit chilly. It's very, very overcast. And I know some parts of the UK had snow yesterday, we didn't see any. Anyway, I've made a list of jobs I need to do for March. I do like my lists. But I'm really, really restricted in what I can do at the moment, as I've got a new garden accessory. I've got a very, very poorly knee. I hurt my left knee last June, tore the meniscus. That was quite painful, I thought it was at the time. This is my right knee, and this is excruciating. I can't bend my knee at all. I can't stand properly. I certainly can't walk properly. Trying to get up and down the stairs is beyond a joke. So I have to really plan my day from the moment I get out of bed to when I go back to bed in the evening. What do I need? And I have like a bag that I hang onto my crutches, fill it up with anything I think I need to take downstairs, and the same when I go up to bed. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like in the space of a couple of days, my whole world has changed, but I think it's going to get better, hopefully. Anyway, not after sympathy at all. I'm just really frustrated because we've waited so long for March and the prospects of spring, and it's here. Spring's not here, but March is here. Longer days, and now I'm really, really limited in what I can do, but never mind. So I'll take you around the garden best I can just to show you a little bit of progress. Particularly with my honeysuckle, which has had an awful lot of attention because I was really concerned about it. There was a lot of chlorosis of the leaves. That seems to be improving, but I'll show you. Let me know what you think. And also, before my knee got bad, I ordered in some trellis panels. I'm not going to tell you what they're for. We'll have it as a, see if you can guess. But it is a mystery project, and unfortunately I can't even tackle it, which is another frustrating thing for me because I'm a doer. I like to crack on and do things, and once I've got something in my head, I've made a decision, I want to do such and such, and then something stops me, I get really, really frustrated. So I've got all these trellis panels leaning up against the shed, which I'll show you in a minute. But can you guess what they might be for? See what you think. It might be really obvious to some, others might not have a clue. So let's see what you think. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with my coffee. I'll sit here for a minute and then I'll take you around the garden and see what you think. So this is the bed that I mulched in my last video. There's been a bit more growth since I did that because everything's waking up. And this is the honeysuckle. Now, it's got a lot of growth, huge amount of growth. It's not losing any leaves at the moment. These leaves look so much better. Look at that. I'm so pleased. Now, spun myself round. This is the broad beans. They've really been subjected to some cold temperatures and flopped and looked quite poorly at times. They've been nibbled as well. But I need to put canes in now and string. I don't think they need this netting anymore. So I've got a little bit of chard hanging on from last year, but I'm going to sow some fresh, but that'll keep me going for the time being. There's another plant here. They're not at their best. I mean, they're best part of a year old now, but I didn't think they were going to survive the winter, so that surprised me, to be honest. Next to that are chives, and they've really put on some growth. So these are my strawberry runners that I planted last year. Now, I think I mentioned last time the bed has dropped considerably. The reason for that is obviously we've had so much rain, but also it continues to decompose, and so it just over time drops. So I think I'm going to have to gently lift them all out with a good root system, top it right up with new compost and manure, and then put them back. So that's another job on my list to do. The rhubarb that I split last autumn is doing really well. Supposedly you shouldn't harvest any in the year after you've split it. So I may have to resist the temptation this summer, but we'll see. The rose is starting to put out new growth, and if you remember, I think it was around September time, I cut that right back and retrained it into this fan shape. So I'm quite hopeful of how it's going to look this year. My onions, leeks and garlic seem to be quite well protected under this micro mesh, but I'm not happy with the onion sets. There's loads and loads of growth, but I think the bulbs are soft, so I'm going to keep an eye on them. I may have to re-sow, don't know yet. Got the 2 new raspberry, which I haven't planted yet. The fig has got some buds. So it's obviously happy where it is. These are the 2 ornamental sage or hot lips that I pruned, cut them right back, and look how bushy they are now. The one at the front is going to be split in 2 and put in the front garden, and then the one at the back will remain, but they're okay. Clematis is waking up, but look at the state of this panel. It really needs a good scrub and repaint, or even replacing maybe. And I need to sort out these tendrils. They need training. This is the other side of the honeysuckle. Look at that. Oh, I'm so pleased. I am so happy. So I've come back in the greenhouse. These are some of my peas. I did sow more seed, but nothing's coming up. So I'm thinking that that is not viable seed. It's had such poor germination. So I think I'll look after the plants that I've got, but I need to start from scratch. The cosmos has all come up. Marigolds haven't, but it's just been so cold. My Potatoes are still chitting. So Penton Javelin, first early, Charlotte, second early, King Edward, main crop. The collies are coming up. Which I have to say I think is my absolute favourite vegetable of all. So I'm pleased with that. These are second sowings of hollyhocks and delphiniums. The black hollyhocks and purple delphiniums are seeds that Ali sent me. I did sow some end of last summer. They're on my windowsill in the kitchen, but although they put on some growth, they weren't particularly healthy. I think it's all to do with the available light when grown on a windowsill. I've got one pink hollyhock that's hanging on. Second sowings of sweet peas, nothing yet, but again it's too cold out here, but they'll be dormant, they'll be fine, I should think. Under here are tomatoes. They are leggy, but they'll be okay. I can plant them deep when I transplant them on. I've got Lola Rosso, got some more, I think they're chilies in here. Yeah, they're chilies. And one nasturtium, so clearly that seed's not any good. Or it might just be it's too cold. But that is it for now. So the garden centre fairies just arrived. I've had 4 bags of farmyard manure delivered. The guy was really kind and moved it into the back garden for me. And I got these as well. So when I'm able, I've got 3 beds that need immediate attention, and then I'm going to start preparing my potato buckets. I've just discovered these. These are suddenly poked through. So we are up and running, folks. Roll on spring. Wow, look at this beastie. I think we are going to get a lot of rain.